Welcome to the eye of the blizzard. Here, nature is no longer a gentle mother. Here, nature is a cold judge, and the death penalty can be handed down to anyone, at any time, if they make even the slightest mistake. Homnai, we will not speak empty words. We will dive deep into the biological mechanisms of freezing death. And more importantly, I will equip you with the sharpest weapons of knowledge to fight, survive, and return home safely. This is a survival battle between humans and a miniature ice age. Part 1. Understanding the enemy, the mechanism of cold. Before learning how to pitch a tent or build a fire, you need to clearly understand how the enemy is trying to kill you. Many people mistakenly believe they die from being frozen. No, death comes much sooner than that. The first and most brutal killer is named hypothermia. The human body is a heat engine that operates perfectly at 37 degrees Celsius. When the blizzard strikes, wind and humidity will join forces to steal your heat faster than the body can produce it. When core body temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, defense mechanisms begin. You will shiver violently. Do not hate this shivering. It is the muscle's desperate effort to generate heat. But when the shivering stops, and you are still not warmed, that is when the scythe of death is at your neck. Your body will make a ruthless decision. Sacrifice the peripheral parts to save the vital organs. Blood vessels in the hands and feet constrict. Blood retreats to the heart, lungs, and brain. That is why your fingers and toes go numb and lose sensation first. The scariest thing is not the pain, but the false comfort. When the brain gets cold, your judgment collapses. You will feel sleepy, a drowsiness that is the sweetest and most inviting in the world. You will think, I will just close my eyes for a bit, and that will be the final sleep. There is even a bizarre phenomenon called paradoxical undressing. In the final moments of life, the thermoregulatory mechanism breaks down. Victims feel scorching hot, as if burning, and start tearing off their clothes, naked amidst the blizzard, accelerating their own death. Understand this to see that. The war with the blizzard is a war to keep sanity, even more than keeping the body warm. Part 2. The wild scenario, when you are all alone. Suppose you are exploring or hiking, and the storm hits unexpectedly. Visibility drops to 0. The whiteout phenomenon. All directions disappear. What will you do? Instinct urges you to run really fast to find the way back. Stop immediately. Moving in a blizzard is a fatal mistake. You will walk in circles in the void, fall off a cliff, or become exhausted after just a few hundred meters of wading through deep snow. Golden rule number 1. Find shelter or create it. If there are no natural caves, look down at your feet. Snow is the savior. It sounds paradoxical to use this cold thing for warmth, but snow contains a lot of air trapped between ice crystals, turning it into excellent insulation material. Dig a snow trench or tree well. Do not try to build a massive ice castle. You need a small space, just enough for your body to curl up in. The smaller the space, the easier it is for your body heat to warm the air mass inside it. A vital detail many people forget: insulation from the ground. The cold ground will suck heat from your body many times faster than cold air. Line underneath your back with whatever you have: pine branches, backpack, rope, or even spare layers of clothes. Absolutely do not lie directly on the snow. And if you are lucky enough to start a fire, do not place it directly on the snow. The fire will melt the snow, sink down, and be extinguished by the water. Build a platform using fresh logs or stones so the fire can burn steadily on the surface. Part 3. The car scenario. Fortress or steel coffin? This is the most common situation in the modern world. You get stuck on a highway or a desolate pass when the snow falls too heavily. The car stalls or cannot move. The classic question: should you stay or leave to find help? Unless you see a building or clear rescue lights right in front of your eyes, the answer is absolutely do not leave the car. The car is a shell, protecting you from cold winds and helps rescue teams find you easier than a small dot moving in a sea of snow. However, the car can also become a toxic gas coffin. The biggest danger here is carbon monoxide, CO, the silent, colorless, odorless killer. When you start the engine for warmth, if snow blocks the exhaust pipe at the back, CO gas cannot escape and will flood back into the cabin. You will fall into a coma and die without even knowing it. Therefore, the survival rule is: step out to check and clear the exhaust pipe every time you intend to start the engine. Only run the engine for 10 minutes every hour to warm up. Then turn it off to save fuel. While the engine is running, crack the window on the leeward side about 2 to 3 centimeters. This ensures fresh air circulation. At night, turn on the dome light. That faint light consumes very little battery energy, but is extremely effective for rescue teams to see you from afar in the white night. And remember, do not sleep too soundly. Take short naps. Move your limbs constantly to keep blood circulating. Stillness is the enemy. Part 4. The home scenario. When the grid collapses. We often think home is the safest place. But when a record blizzard takes down the power grid and cuts off gas supplies, your home will quickly turn into a giant freezer. No heater, no hot water. The indoor temperature will drop to freezing levels. The tactic here is shrink the defense perimeter. Do not try to warm the whole house. It is useless. Choose the smallest room, preferably south-facing, to catch weak daytime sunlight, and concentrate all activities there. Close doors to other rooms tightly. Use blankets and tape to seal window gaps. Even better, pitch a tent right in the living room and crawl inside to sleep. The tent fabric will retain your body heat, creating a microclimate significantly warmer than the room temperature. Important warning about fire and asphyxiation. When power is lost, people tend to bring everything burnable into the house. Honeycomb coal stoves, camping gas stoves, generators. Never bring those things into a closed room. CO gas from coal and engine smoke has killed more families than the cold itself. If using candles, be extremely careful. Your house is now full of blankets, thick clothes, extremely flammable materials. A small tip about water. When the temperature drops too low, water pipes will freeze and burst. Leave the faucet dripping continuously. Moving water is harder to freeze than static water. If the water supply is cut, remember that the snow outside is an endless reserve of water, but it needs to be treated properly. Part 5. Nutrition and water. Fuel for the biological heater. In the harsh cold, your body burns calories at a tremendous rate just to maintain a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. The concept of dieting must be discarded at this time. You need fat and sugar. Chocolate, nuts, peanut butter, dried meat. Those are high-energy batteries that help you survive. Do not eat too much at once, causing blood to rush to the stomach, leading to drowsiness. Eat continuously, bit by bit. Regarding drinking water, there is a deadly mistake I see a lot in movies. Eating snow to quench thirst. Do not do that. When you swallow cold snow, the body has to spend a huge amount of heat energy to melt it and warm it up to body temperature. You are trading a little water for precious warmth, accelerating the process of hypothermia. Always melt snow before drinking. If there is no fire, put snow in a water bottle and stuff it inside your jacket layers, not directly touching the skin, using heat radiated from the body to melt it slowly. Part 6. Psychological warfare. Keeping the flame in the mind. Finally, but most importantly, willpower. In blizzard accident files, people have been found dead while their backpacks were still full of food and lighters. They did not die of hunger or cold. They died because they gave up. Loneliness amidst the endless white can break the human mind. Fear will whisper in your ear that you are not going to make it. To fight this, set small goals. Do not think about having to survive 3 days. Think about having to live through the next hour. I will clear snow for 10 minutes. I will check my toes. Small tasks keep the brain busy, preventing panic from taking over. Talk to yourself. Sing loudly. Or think about loved ones. Waiting. The fire in your mind is the only heat source that never goes out unless you allow it. Every storm, no matter how terrible, will eventually have to dissipate. The sun will rise again over the white snow. And when that moment comes, if you have followed the principles above, you will be the one opening your eyes to see it. A blizzard is a brutal test of nature, but humans, with intellect and preparation, can completely overcome it. Do not wait until you see dark clouds to start learning how to survive. Equip yourself with knowledge today. Leave a comment below about a survival skill you want me to analyze deeper in the next episode. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay alert.